Why do things take time? I've been working on the same refactor part 2 now for a couple days, and the whole part 1, part 2 thing has been ever since I've gotten to Japan. I haven't been here a full week. A lot of it's been doing odd things because it is kind of my vacation. I always do like halfway vacations. But yeah, so today, last night, I'll start there. I finally got my agent to execute part 2 of this refactor where I move the environment and capabilities into a database, but it's really complex. So much so that I'm concerned I will just have to turn on and do it again at some point when I find something obviously simpler. But I don't know what's simpler right now. Uh, whenever you go to, whenever you take Rook, my personal assistant, into any environment, which can be an application or a website or real life, I'm walking into a store right now, you enter an environment. And that environment might be associated with some skills, agent skills, MCP servers, uh, agents.md, basically where you can just like store the stuff of this domain. And yeah, I had been storing them on disk. In the file system, and that just became too complex with like how do you structure all the possibilities there. And so instead I've shoved it into a database, and so a database makes a lot of sense for just saying like look up, given this environment, find any skills associated with it. It was a lot easier to stick it into a database, except that in order for the agents themselves to interface with it, they have to be kind of reified, manifested, like pulled into a directory structure that the agent wakes up in. So I think that's done, but I haven't tried it yet. So that's where I am right now. Let's try it. Hmm. Somebody's burning incense. Hey, Bo. But head out.
Gonna be 1 hour.
That's not too bad. It's gonna be fun. You guys are gonna have fun. I think you're gonna see an aquarium first.
Nice.
That's what I heard. I'm not for sure. And then we're gonna see Nebuta. You saw Nebuta. You know what Nebuta is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's not Nebuta.
What is it?
I don't know.
Nebuta is Hirosaki, and they make the big fans like you saw. Nebuta is Aomori City, and they have like big monsters that are like lanterns. And so some ways it's kind of cooler, but you can't tell Gigi that. You'll see. And the songs they sing are happier. In Hirosaki, it's Ya Ya Do, which is a war song. In Aomori, it's Rasera, 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 which is a celebration song. Because presumably they won the war. You'll see. I think you'll think it's fun. And I will be drinking at the time. What are you up here for?
I was gonna get entertainment, so I was gonna get my Kindle. Where is my Kindle?
It was in your bed, so that if you lift up your sheets, it'll be there. If it's anywhere.
Right there.
You must have picked it up. No. No.
I love you.
On our room. There you go.
I love you both. Are you streaming?
Yep.
I love them.
Have fun.
I will. Too bad you can't go.
I am.
I bet you would like to see it.
I've been to a lot of aquariums, but I am really looking forward to Nebuta tonight. Nebuta.
That's where we're going right now.
No. Well, I mean, you're gonna stay there until Nebuta, but you're gonna see an aquarium. I'm gonna skip the aquarium and see Nebuta.
Oh, okay. Well then, see you later.
Yep. Where's the incense burning? You
And, that one.
Oh, it's right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When did that happen?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It smells good though.
Yeah, it does. Yesterday we went to the 3-year anniversary ceremony of my wife's great aunt's funeral. 'Cause you do that for some reason after year 3. Kind of cool. Went and sit down in really small chairs and watched a monk ring a bowl and chant. And then we bowed a few times and sprinkled incense. I didn't fail. So that's good. Alright. Worky work. Shared workspace and untested highlights. Do we add new tests as appropriate? Did we remove the old ones? Did we change the old ones? Did we update the... Well, this looks like we did update it. The as-built architecture documents. Is there anything that should change in the product documents? Why are some tests skipped? Should we not skip them? Or should we delete them if they're no longer useful? Okay, this dude had... Aha. Oh, here's the final review thing. Or is the to-do document up to date? Are there any boxes that should be checked and you ran into a blocker that I need to help with? Because I see some boxes that aren't checked. Crap. Tell me what's up. Because it's been a day since I talked to you. Be concise. Final review. Not terribly long. So. Good. We got a table, so I'll view it this way. Mm-hmm. learning about how the new code works, server startup, new agent session, reopening persisted session, entering an environment, file edits and promotion, session close, and server shutdown. Where is the global workspace directory? How easy would it be to move the global workspace to I might want to keep it around for inspection. Oops, we're getting close to our cutoff point. Okay, well then go ahead and move it. Shoot. You don't have to worry about another rook process interacting with it. There should only be one rook process ever. It's a little bit of a lie. And rather than working hard to figure out stale files and stuff, just up on the start of rook where you used to create the temp directory, just delete the contents of this global workspace. And then I think it should be just the same, right? Yes, it should. Now go do it. Hmm.
Global workspace moved.
Okay. Alright, let's try you out. Please just work. Sid. Everything so far has one bundle. Okay, I've never been to this website in my life. I better not have a bundle. Um, I think it's an accounting issue. I've never been to this website in my life, but see where it says bundles 0 divided by 1. What does that mean? I think that means, I don't know what the 0 means, but I think the 1 means that there is one bundle available there. But there shouldn't be. Never been there. Is this an accounting issue? Because now we've got some sort of like fake bundle before the user actually creates a bundle. Like, I don't want to store bundles for everything. It should be 0 by default unless there explicitly is already one there. I found out that the desk that I'm sitting at today, even though it is ergonomically a tiny bit better than the previous one, and it's in a room that's air conditioned, which is a huge improvement, it's a makeup desk. And that's why it's stupidly shaped. And apparently this little thing right here I can lift up and I've got a full-size mirror staring back at me. Which might be nice, but I'm not that vain. Alright, so stuff.com. Smarter way to search the web. I doubt it. Yoo-hoo. There we go. So we'll join that. Go back to environments. Say hi. Hi, how can I help? Things work. That's good. And so now let's see what I got. Two agent workspaces. I don't know why that is. Okay. Okay, not sure I like that. Crap. No. Facebook. Why am I going to Facebook? Oh, because 9 years ago I did something cute. Oh, shucks. Okay, that's why you don't go to Facebook. Join Facebook. Blah, blah, blah. Go. Oh my gosh. Oh. Holy cow. Holy cow, this is weird. There's Z. Now there should be a directory one. Ay. Holy crap, it's been working. What did I ask it to do? Huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's an example directory. Okay, so that works. But Z. Ah, crap it. He killed the process for me. Alright, well, I won't be going there this time then.
Empty bundles no longer appear.
I don't know if I believe you. Okay, that's a little sus. Hmm. Alright. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hmm. In the instructions provided to the agent, we see this. Projected is a really suspect word. The agent shouldn't care if it's projected. So we don't need the full path here in the tag for where the agent can be where agents can be edited. Whoa. Nope, nope, nope. Something's weird though. Weirder even than that. Oh, okay. Man, I still got a mess to figure out. Alright, agent runtime. Well, shoot. Did I do something wrong? Hmm. Man, I'm still getting used to all the new code smells since agents are doing everything now. But the fact that I just compacted and I had it change a small thing and I'm back up to 50% context. That's a smell, right? It says, I had to read everything in the world to figure out how to answer your question. Yeesh. Okay, clients haven't changed. That's good. Ugh. Oh, okay. So I've just got an old config file. creating a more stripped down base agent so I can tell with no skills or anything, so I can tell where I'm loading stuff from. Oh, yeah. Hey, commit everything you got. This is a good save point. Give it a nice message. And push to the remote branch. I did not say to create a new. Yeah. Alright, thank you. Test 4. Alright, environments. One thing that concerns me is, though I'm clearly in an environment. Okay, Z. That's a shame. Let's see. Whenever I open the Z window, I can see an environment pop into Rook for the Z application, but I would expect to see an environment pop into Rook for the actual project directory, because it does have things that obviously make it look like a project. So that's a code degradation, what we used to call that. It's degraded. Crap, hate when I lose a word. It'll come back someday. But seeing that one too. Similarly, when I open the finder to a specific directory within a project, it uses that directory as the environment rather than the place in the hierarchy that actually has some project files. I'm not sure why the global workspace needs a manifest. Why can't we just use the naming convention and stick everything in can create skill in an environment. Can create agent file in web environment. Can and let's see, directory environments for those two. Okay, so we got to make sure that we can load skills and agent files in those environments. Can edit them because that's a different path. It's so complicated. Yeah. Load non-editable skill and these are always going to be editable, but can't edit it. Shouldn't the computer do this for me? Rook general instructions look correct. The agent file gets inserted correctly. For example, it doesn't have a weird projected tag around it for some reason, like it does right now. The contents of the aggregate agent file looks correct. For example, it does have tags around the contents that are editable, indicating where to edit them. The agent file's instructions for editing things make sense. All skills and agent files are appropriately injected. Okay, so simplified it just a bit so I can tolerate it. Okay, I joined Finder only. Yo. What's this? Sorry, Rook, don't need you right now. Hmm. Alright, so when I load my agent up here, what? This doesn't make any sense. Yo, okay, maybe I'm looking at something wrong. Ah. Okay. So that's annoying. That was just working. Thought this was just working, but right now if I delete the provider payload JSON file and I create a new my base pi open AI agent, see the agent runtime config, then I would expect that if I interacted with that agent, it would log to the provider payload JSON-L file, and my tailing script would work. What's up? I'm trying to figure out if I like GPT 5.6 Luna with high reasoning. It's cheap, which I do like. And it's supposed to be more capable than DeepSeek V4 Pro, which I've been using as my fallback model, and pretty happy with it. And it's supposed to be almost as smart as GPT 5.4, which I've been using for my main model for a while, but much cheaper. Is it not there? Did I? No, it is there. No, I think you're wrong. It is there. You read the agent runtimes JSON file, and then reread what I said to you, and help me understand why I'm not able to use tail logs like I would expect. Hello, Abhishek38, you honk you. Why a shirtless picture for your user picture? I'm programming. I'm building my own agent. This is the most boring live stream that you will see. Oh, right, crap, that's why. that work? Extensions path? Where do I put it? Okay. Guess that did the trick. Alright, some more things to simplify. Boom. Alright, test 5. Hi. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I got some more stuff to clean up. List all the locations where my skills are from. Gosh. Need a standing desk. Or a chair that doesn't suck. That might be nice. 436. Still a lot of freaking skills. Oh. I'm trying to create an agent runtime profile that has the bare minimum stuff, but I gotta have that logger by itself. With the extension paths thing set up, am I still for some reason pulling in the skills associated with hmm 475. 436. Okay. Alright, the skills list is smaller now. all that is now dead. Hey. Oh no. All right. Look, it did load that time. Arrgh. I'd rather it just be broken rather than sometimes broken. The thing that loaded this time is the directory for the code project I'm working on. Alright. Anyway, we're in it. big waste of tokens. Okay. Okay, based on this, you can see how the aggregate agents.md file corresponds to the agents file that is used inside our environment here. But it's very confusing because we have inappropriate nesting of header levels that is going to confuse the agent. Instead, what I wanted to do with the aggregate manifested agents file what do you call the parameters associated inside of XML tags? Like class equals blah. Attributes. Can you help me flesh out that example? Go ahead and add some tagged instructions for a Gmail environment that are not editable. Also, for the Gmail environment, add some instructions that are editable with a path at their appropriate location, but include no content yet. And maybe when there is no content, there should actually be some default text indicating just as much. You can also clean up my header instructions a little bit, fix the clarity and simplicity if you can, so that it's easier to understand. Oh, add some environment instructions examples that are writable and do have content too. Let's just have another environment such as example.com. The environment instructions should have an environment attribute that I forgot to mention that has the nickname for the environment. This is good. After this, can you add similar formatted instructions associated with skill editing? Be aware that Pi will automatically drop in the list of all the skills that it has visibility into. And since we're loading the agent into an agent directory, an agent workspace, that already has like Pi will pick up on this whenever we reload. There's a lady across the way that does her laundry at the same time every day. One thing I like about going to travel is not really the vacation, but it's settling into a place and getting the rhythm of the life there. I almost don't care at all to take pictures of old buildings. I like looking at them. But I like going to grocery stores. I like carrying bags of groceries home and getting on public transit and having a cooked dinner at home. Unfortunately, I don't cook it. It's my wife's very talented skill to do that. And she's gone. A small character in the background of my life that I'll never know anything about. She hasn't seen me yet, so I guess I'm not anything to her. Oh, except that I'm playing Nepeta flute. I'm trying to practice that, and it sounds like I'm choking a very small bird. So maybe I'm a character in her play, and she wants me to shut up. I go outside and practice some days. Another way to do vacations is don't do place vacations, do event vacations. And so in Japan this time, we're celebrating Nepeta and Nebuta. Those are different festivals, different cities. We participated in it. I played the flute marching very terribly, but they let me join them. And we're also going to do Obon, which is like the festival of the dead here, where we welcome. It's kind of like Mexico Dia de los Muertos, where you welcome your dead relatives home. That'll be a first for me. And yesterday I got to go to the 3rd-year anniversary of some great uncle's death, aunt's death. And I got to see a Buddhist monk chant and do incense and stuff. And I sat and meditated. It's kind of interesting to sit and meditate. I mean, that's a good practice anyways. I want to get back into it. And it used to be kind of fun to sit and meditate to audio, stuff like monks chanting, but it's really cool to be in a Zen temple and listen to a monk officiate this ceremony and like just kind of zone in to the sounds and smells of that place. So I like these weird worky vacations where I just feel the life. Where were we? But we need to make sure that the agent is aware of which places exist for skills to be written. We should explicitly say actually, what should we explicitly say? We should explicitly say by name which skills are not writable because they come from external sources, and which skills are writable. And we should refer to the paths for those skills inside and we should point to places where new skills can be created in each environment. Actually, scratch that. Here's what we do for skills specifically is we indicate that some skills are editable and some skills are not. If a skill is not editable, then it will not be preserved in the data. Then the changes will not be preserved, and the agent should not do anything to modify the editability of the skill files. But if the skill is editable, it's a writable file, then those skills will be preserved. Those skill changes will be preserved. So they're fair game to edit all that the agent wants to. Also, the agent might be interested in creating new skills, but these skills must be associated with a particular environment. And so we need to list out all of the nicknames of the environments and indicate the paths where the skills can be saved to, and give an example of saving a named skill to a particular environment, in that it would use the normal agent skill format. So like just give it an example of echoing a really stupidly simple skill example into an example environment. Okay, add that instruction to the bottom of our little file here and I'll review it. Review it. That's my brother-in-law. He's a pretty cool guy. Mo chotto.
ね、
頑張っていつ行きますかとも。
多分4時半ぐらいに終わるから5時くらい。
うん。それでもいい。
そんな感じ。くみちゃんたちもう行った？
もう
行った。
もういた。すぐ前。
そっか。
どうやって駅へ行きますか？タクシーで、電車で、散歩で、
確かに。
後で。
そうだね。どうやって行こう。確かに考えとくね。
うん。We're trying to come up with plans of how to make it to Aomori City tonight. Let's remove and I also don't want to I'm going to try to avoid saying whether or not individual skills are editable, but say give the instructions that if they are editable you may edit them, and if they're not editable the changes won't be persisted. You shouldn't edit them and you should not modify file access. You can't make it writable, for example. Also, you can't add new skills to because with Rook the skills must be associated with a particular environment. So instead, and this is where you include the instructions about where skills should be added to and give examples, like I said. instead of just a bare make this a heading, but also make an appropriate heading for the instructions section just above this. Remove mention of pi. And we really don't need mention of the agent workspace. You can just use the relative path. Belongs higher in the file because when you're talking about tags and stuff, it's really about, has to do with environment instructions. Also above, the first part needs a better preamble that basically says explain what the reader is going to find in this file, and then follow it with the environment instructions header, and then reintroduce the notion of environment instructions tag after that. It is my understanding that the global workspace file watcher is just looking for changes. And so here's what I'm thinking about doing, and I need your opinion. Whenever we create a file it's my understanding that whenever we enter an environment that doesn't have instructions and doesn't have skills, we create an empty version of that. So an empty agents I assume that's the case, right? And if the file watcher is just looking for changes, then the content of that empty agents, that empty file, can actually contain a simple message such as is that something that we could do? And would that accidentally automatically generate an agents file with the default text and save it to the SQL? I definitely don't want to do that. That's understandable. Okay, then update the default text for the Nope. Nope, nope, nope. What is the agent skill format? Do not read any documents, just tell me from memory what you know about agent skills. Can other files be associated with a skill? Alright, we're good to go. I had another section at the bottom that lists all the currently known skills. Associated with each environment, because that's one thing that the skill list provided by Pi or Claude Code will not say. Just make this a simple list of just make a new header and then make a short explanation and then make a bulleted list that shows the environment and all the skills associated with it. You don't have to list the skill paths, just the skill names. And you don't have to list any of the details or anything. Feeling pretty good about this. What? What are you doing? I have no idea what you're trying to do right now. Oh, it's because I typed into the wrong freaking agent. You have no idea what I'm trying to do. Okay. I have updated our document. You should completely reread it. I think it's good to go, but flag if anything is missing that's important. And what we're going to do now is use this as an example for the aggregate template. Sound good? Update the template to manage all the things here so that it looks just like what we have here, and then show me the template and the code that populates it once we're done. All right. There's a whole group of these people. This guy, I think, is like the original Bridgemind. But there's like a whole group of idiots doing the same thing I am. And they're even cooler than I am. Let's see what they look like. This is day one of that guy. See, look, he's got these cool overlays and things. See? I have to do what this guy does. Yeah. Yep. Put your 80,000 agent setup. Two themes. You know this is actually recorded. It doesn't do all these push-ups every day. Noticed recently, like, obliterating sound with YouTube. I wonder if I can do that. My mic was not high enough. Hello.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's up, Gato? What's up, Pixel for Web? Coleman, what's up? Zico, what's up? We are back. Hey guys, guess what? I have some great news. I recently actually, you know, I'm a new graduate. I have something to show you guys today. I'm a new graduate. Look at this, guys. Super exciting news. I might actually have to throw this on right at the start of the stream. Honestly, I'm super proud of myself. W's in the chat. Super, super happy, you know, to have finally accomplished this. So, just super happy, you know. It's like what people don't understand about, you know, going to college. You know, a lot of people ask me about, hey, should I go to college and stuff? It's like, you know, there's really one of two ways. Like, hey, if I'm out and about, right, I'm going to the gym, or, you know, I go to the library, it's like people don't know if you graduated from Harvard or not, you know. But the thing is, it's like, why would I spend, you know, $50,000, $80,000, you know, going to get, you know, a goofy degree when I could just buy this off Amazon for, you know, $30 and everybody thinks I graduated from Harvard? Like, I mean, are we joking, guys? Like, what is up? Like, let me just throw this on, and I mean, you guys can give me some, you know, some congratulations in the chat. Super happy about my accomplishment there. But so hold on, just give me one second. I'm gonna throw this on, then we'll lock in. But we have a big day planned. But let me just throw this on, guys. 1 second.
I need abs.
Woohoo!
Yep. Vibe coding would be better with abs. Dang it.
All right, guys.
Gotta put that on my list too.
Let's go. I'm so happy about this. All right, let's lock in. Huge accomplishment. Let's go. All right. Jack Forsby said, congrats on the graduation. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But let's get the grind music on, guys. Actually, I want to show you guys something super cool that I was working on yesterday. All right, let me get the grind music on. All right. Check this out, guys. So yesterday,
grind music.
all right, we were working on this Godot. Sorry. Godot app. Okay, so check this out. I'm actually going to go over to this directory. I'm going to show this to you guys because what we've learned is that you can actually create some pretty cool games and stuff with these models. Okay, so let's just do zombies game, and I'm going to launch this so that you guys can actually see it. But here, let's get this launched. And also, guys, we had a huge event yesterday. It was super fun to see all your guys' projects. But so far, it seems like we have a lot of serious people in the Vibathon. The first Vibathon event is going to be today, about an hour and a half from now. So the people that are actually in the Vibathon are going to have opportunities to actually present their projects. Let's launch this in dev. Launch the Go project in dev so I can test it. All right. Why don't I use Max and Soul? Honestly, I don't think that it's that great. I feel like if you just use high, I mean, obviously you can use Max, but it's kind of like Claude Max. Like, I usually use Fable 5 in like high effort or extra high effort. It's a little bit overkill if you go over. Nick is in the chat. Nick, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. All right, so check this out, guys. This is what we did yesterday, okay? And we actually made this pretty good. And today we're gonna be testing Unity. Okay, this is a good opportunity for all of us to see where the state of game development actually is. And I have like an idea that I'm gonna run through, but check this out. So this is the zombies game that we built yesterday. Let me know what you guys think about this, but it actually got pretty good. Check this out. So let's start the game. All right, so check this out. This is created entirely using Opus 5. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about, it made like some of the lighting like really bright. Also, I'm not a big fan of the zombies, to be honest. All right, hold on, let's go get this. Let's go buy this. All right. All right, that's weird. Okay, so that gives you guys a quick view of what's being created, right? Sick Pancake said, congrats on 250K. Thank you, bro. So what do you guys think of that? Like, it's kind of mid, to be honest, but a lot of people have been saying that that Unity is actually the way to go. There was actually somebody in our event yesterday that was saying Unity is the best for AI. It is too bright. I can if you want. I can try it. I need you to launch 2 Opus 5 review agents that will review the functionality associated with being able to mention a particular folder in the chat. And note that I mentioned this folder, which is in this workspace, but it didn't actually show it to be selected. Figure out why this is the case and update it, find the bug and fix it. Somebody said, I like it when you post on X. Yeah, I mean, you have to be posting on X. Like, if you just do YouTube, it's like this whole thing. Like, can you review what I'm building? I'd be happy to, but just join the Discord, bro. Michael Foster. Wait, what did Michael Foster say? I know him. He's cool. Michael Foster. Wait, I don't see him in the chat.
I met the ghost of Stephen Foster.
You need to pay the sub, though, to get paid. Devico just said. I didn't even know that. Okay, Michael Foster said if you could just implement into Bridge.
Interesting. Is every single day like that? Go here. Alright, also, I should be really concerned that my agent has been running for this long. What are we doing? Alright, it's editing. Ugh. This is really suspect. Oops. Went the wrong way. I don't know what I've done. Okay, finally finished it. Oh no. Oh. Ah, crap. Should I be terrified that this is a new file and it's 800 lines long? Hey.
Things have been a little bit more challenging. It's been harder than normal for me to just continue to show up and stay consistent, but I've done it regardless. But pretty much, you could call it burned out. You could say whatever you want. I've continued to show up and ship regardless. But all I am saying, guys, is I am about to catch a second wind, and we're about to get to $1 million in the next 6 months. I'm gonna make a video on it here soon, but I'm gonna put up like a demo video on X every single day. Like, I'm just gonna have it in my routine of demo video on X, demo video on X. And we have so much now that we can demo that I think that it's just gonna be routine. And here it goes again. All right, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to take this. Just gonna get spam called unless I don't pick it up. So I'll be right back. I'm so sorry, guys. Just give me a second. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. Just give me a second. I'm so sorry, guys. It's so annoying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dario, what do you want? Yeah, you're. I know you're in the chat. What's even your name in the chat? Okay, Danny, 3135. Okay, all right, good to know. But stop calling me in the stream. Literally, you know that I'm busy, and you keep spam calling me. So what do you have to say? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the bank account right now. Okay, 300. Okay, yeah,
pretty
received.
good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I'll talk to you a little bit later, but Yeah, I can do that for you. When should we expect it though? Okay, July 8th. Okay. All right. Sounds good, but listen, you're killing the vibe coding movement, Dario. Okay? No. I've got this foot fungus thing. I don't even want to talk about it too much. But yeah, it's not good, but you know, appreciate the doctor for giving me a call. But endpoint, it's getting shut off. There's something that happens that I don't even know. I just have to like keep restarting it. We fixed it before. I'm gonna ask Claude if it fixed it. We tried to get Claude to fix it. There it goes back on, but I fix it. It's still getting cut off. All right, let me check the status of this new.
This is so interesting. It's obvious why he's got subscribers. I can't talk all the time. I don't know how he does that. Good for him, maybe. Good for him. I mean, all right, what we got going? Five 1 4. I don't. Well, okay. It's not 5 1 4. Alright, well, let's take it for a spin. I think it might be good. Yo. Alright, so now let's see what that looks like. Okay. Let's see. I want to do test 9. But I want to do it with the base agent that has nothing inside of it. I need to do this again. Come on, dude. Now, if I had my own music, what would my groove music be? It'd be like Enchaîné des Beltrins. Yeah. Here, how about this? Oh wait, crap. I get demonetized. It's not like I'm making money from this. I don't know why I like that music so much. The weirdest freaking music. Oh, let's see. Alright, much shorter, much easier. I probably need to review that again. But he did what he said. Okay. Seems to look good. Go ahead, commit it right now. Alright, let's see. Now we're in a place that supposedly has some stuff happening. Okay, so for the YouTube environment, it is editable. Ugh. A lot of crap going on there. Hmm. Hmm. For some reason, the YouTube instructions file has a lot of XML cruft. Just remove all the XML stuff and leave only the human readable instructions, just that list. Okay, so now we're finally testing stuff from last time. Alright, so good. Now, test 10. Join the YouTube environment. New environment, that makes sense. Okay, that's a good sign. And that also means that this should be cleaned up considerably. Alright. Can you make a YouTube skill? We're just doing it as an example, right? There's a skill in here too. How do I recursively, let's see, undefined? There we go. Yes. That's probably not supposed to happen. I want to create a new skill associated with YouTube for pulling transcripts using this is basically just an example skill, so toss something in there. Make it include a script, even if it's trivial. Okay. it's a little... All right. Oh no. Guess that could be bad. Hmm. How do you delete a skill from an environment? Well, that goes in the list. Alright, I need to do another web environment. Well, that's another good one. Bum, 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 bum. LinkedIn. Thanks. Can you make another example for LinkedIn? Alright, it's a little more open-ended. Let's see what it does with it. I feel like I should be really concerned that the skills I do have are not. Yeah, there's one that should definitely be there. Remind me to look up Doug Turnbull next time I'm in LinkedIn too. Very open-ended. It's supposed to associate stuff like that with an agent's file. Yep. Okay, I think that's did the thing. So test 11. Hi. Not good. Oh, okay. I'm being dumb. We go to YouTube and LinkedIn. Okay. Aave. So I can create a skill in web environment. I can create an agent file. Okay, so a lot of the stuff is checking out. At the bottom of the agent instructions for a Rook instance that was inside the LinkedIn YouTube environments, and YouTube environments. my piss in my Cheerios. Let's see. Here's where the agent is running, and here's what I saw. So I can see the actual skill directories in the appropriate location. So I can see the actual skill directories in the appropriate location. The agent's file looks just like it's supposed to, and it's being picked up correctly. But the skills aren't being picked up, probably because there's no crap. This sucks. It's doing everything the way I told it to, and it might just not work. This is strange because I can ls the directories and see the files there. Maybe it's because these are symlinks. Can you help me figure out why Pi isn't picking up these skills? And help me figure out a way to get around this? This is where I pack up for the day and end my day very sadly. I bet. God dang it. Look. I wonder if I've got my anti-monetization email yet from YouTube for playing this. He intentionally flicked his nose. Boing.よし、行きましょうか。
そろそろ行こうか。まだちょっと準備あるけど。
はい。
お水入れたりとか。
行きます。All right, time to wrap it up. And was it a good day? Worked really hard to get the code base in the shape that it's currently in, and I think I failed to test an assumption that might have screwed me. But I can't figure it out now because I got a party to go to, and the entire city is invited. Nebuta Matsuri. It's big giant sculpture lanterns with like people slaying kami demigod things, and I'm gonna meet my family there, probably get a little bit inebriated, and that's it. It was a good day. It's always a good day.